Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nuke Syndrome back at y'all with another motherfucking story time, baby. Now, this story right here, this one is definitely a pretty damn good story. This is a certified banger, so make sure y'all drop a like and a comment and a sub down below. You know what I'm saying? Um, this story, just this story is just some stupid shit. I don't recommend any of you ever do the stupid shit that I have done before. It's just cough syrup. Like over the counter cough syrup is just stupid. It's like it's just not even worth it. It's like freaking high schooler. Broke high schooler, no money for weed type shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't do this dumb shit. But let's get right into the story. So basically, the way that I always had gotten my cough syrup, I never paid for that shit. You're shoplifting that cough syrup. Ain't nobody paying for that shit. So basically, always what I did, and this is exactly how I did it. The night before, either the same night or the night before I was gonna do it, I would always steal my parents' car, while they were asleep, and I would go down to Walmart, which was like, I don't know, a 15 or so minute drive. I had to get on the interstate, then get off on the next exit down from mine, and then drive all the way down to Walmart. So basically, it's nighttime. My parents go to sleep. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna hit this Walmart tonight. I'm gonna steal some coffee. I'm gonna steal some Delsym. And we're gonna get fucked up the next day. So basically, I hop in the car. I start it, and I back out real quietly, and I start going down the road. And now we're smooth sailing at this point, right? We're on the way to Walmart. So I get to Walmart, and I'm walking around just acting like a regular shopper at freaking 1 a.m. And I slip into I start browsing the medicine aisle, like I'm a regular person just looking for some allergy medicine or something like that. And I lay my eyes on the Delsym, and I just pick up two bottles. I just pick them up. I'm just kind of walking around with them. And I walk to the other side of the store. Now there's this one aisle in this Walmart that doesn't have any camera, like no cameras, right? So I walk into this aisle, and for some reason, I don't think if the Delsum was in the box, I don't think it would trip the like those alarms they have where if you like walk by and you steal something, they'll start going crazy. I don't think the Delsum boxes will make them do that, but I was always paranoid of that, so I'd always take the Delsum out of the box before I took it out of the store. So I walk to this aisle, I double check, I make sure no one's around me, and I see that the coast is clear. So I unbox these things of Delsum, and I start putting them in my waistband. I got two bottles of Delsum on each side of my torso or whatever in my waistband. And with the boxes, I'm looking around, I'm like, what can I do with these boxes? And I see a backpack, kind of like a little, not a whole, almost like one of those like little bags. I don't know how to describe them. It's just a small backpack. So I just unzip that and throw those boxes in there and zip it back up. And I'm out. I'm out. I start walking out. I think on my way out, I bought a drink or something. To not look like I'm stealing shit. So I bought a drink, and I'm on my way out. And I start driving back home. I get back to the house. Everything's good. Parents didn't wake up. I'm like, all right, I'm set. And I'm gonna save these bad boys for tomorrow, because the next day my parents were going to some like freaking cornbread festival or some crazy, just Southern people shit. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up Southern people shenanigans. So I get back home that night. I play the game for a little while and I fall asleep at God knows what time, probably 3 or 4 a.m. at this point. And I have my alarm set for like 10 a.m. And I get up and my parents are just heading out the door. I check their location. They're only freaking 10 minutes away from the house at this point. So I'm like, bet. So, I get up, I get out of the bed. I grab a shower, all that good stuff, and I reach in my closet where I hid my Delsum bottles. And I've got them in my hand. I'm ready. I'm ready to down them. And this ended up being a little over a whole gram of a DXM. So this was a this was a pretty heavy hitting trip. This was definitely something you should not do. I'm sure my liver was begging for me to not do this, and my kidneys and stuff. But I was fucking sick, 15. How old was I? I was 15 or 16 at this point. I didn't give a flying fuck. So I slam these bottles of Delsym. I go in my kitchen. I unroll them or not unroll them, untwist them. I pour one of them in a glass and I try it that way. And like, it's just, I did a lot of Delsym back in the day, right? I did my fair share, I've done quite a bit of it. And when I first ever tried it, I thought, hey, this actually doesn't taste that bad, but like now, or well, not now, I haven't done this shit in a very long time, but towards the end of my Delsym days, um, I would try to drink that shit and it would just taste so bad. It would just give me so much flashbacks. I was just like, my God, I can't do this anymore. The taste is just too bad. Mm. Sorry, I had to take a little sip of water right there. But so I get these bottles down, damn near gagging, and I'm like, bet. And also, another reason I picked Delsym is because Delsym is the only. Well, I'm sure there's more, but to the one that's came across my eye, Delsym is the only, bottle of cough syrup that the only active ingredient is DXM, or I think you pronounce it like dextromethorphan or something like that. I'm not too sure. Cause you want to make sure that that's your only active ingredient, because the other shit in that, like, I'm probably gonna butcher the hell out of this, but I think it's pronounced like acetaminophen or something like that. I probably butchered the hell out of that. Please don't make fun of me for that. But all that other stuff, it'll fuck your stomach up. It's just not something you want to fuck with. I mean, even just having DXM, it's still hard on you. It's still not good for you. But that's the safest way you can possibly do it. So I made sure to take precaution in that. And so I down these two bottles, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, the taste is just awful. The taste is rancid to me at this point. And I'm like, well, I gotta do something fun. Like I was just feeling reckless today, like I was genuinely just feeling reckless, and I was like, you know what, I need to go. Like I don't even have my license at this point, and I'm sitting here thinking, I should go like drive around and like go really like find some back roads and just fucking zoom. Just go really fast to just wait for this Delsym to kick in and get back to the house as it's starting to kick in. I don't know what was going through my head, what processes, like what receptors were clashing onto each other in my head when back then. Like I was a crazy ass motherfucker. So I was like, fuck it, I go. My parents are gone, but they're still. I think the Toyota was still outside in the driveway because took the. I think my mom's Jeep Cherokee or something like that. Either that or the Expedition. I don't remember which car they took, but they took one of the cars besides the Toyota. So, and my parents, they had known that I've stolen the car before at this point. Um, it sometimes they would try to. I don't think they did it at this point, or they did, and they couldn't tell if I had taken it or not. But like sometimes they would like check the miles, or like maybe like pile up a little bit of gravel behind the wheel or something. So like if I backed out, that pile wouldn't be there anymore, or just random shit like that. Just understandable shit. If I had a kid that didn't have a license or anything like that, I wouldn't want them taking my car, and then fucking having the chance of getting arrested, like that just wouldn't be the move, So, but anyways, I just decided to hop in the car and go for a little joyride while this Delsym kicks in, So I hop in the car and I just start driving. I have no destination. I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna take some back roads. So I leave my house, I'm driving for a little bit, and I hit this back road, and I find this one road that's just a straightaway. It's a little bit hilly, but it's straight. So I turn the car there. I'm like, well, I'm gonna floor it and see how fast I can get. So I remember I just pedaled to the metal down that road, and I think I don't know what I hit. I think it was around like 90 something, But I mean, that's that's pretty fast on a little back road, It wasn't like a crazy long road either, I just pedaled to the metal it. And I'm just doing a little more joyride. Driving honestly kind of recklessly. Like I'm just hitting turns real sharp and things. Just fucking being stupid. And finally, it's been like 20, 25 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the house. This Delsym should be hitting me at any point now. So that's what I did. I just turned around. Went back to the house, got there, and honestly, as soon as I got there, I went inside for a little bit. About 5 minutes later, the come up really started to hit me. And I'm like, well, damn, here we go. I was pretty excited for this trip at this point because I hadn't taken over a gram of this stuff yet, and I was really excited to see where this was gonna take me because like back then I had heard of like the levels of DXM highs, how there's like it's like I think up to like 5 or something like that. I don't remember any of that really now. I haven't paid attention to any of that in a long time, but I remember just paying attention to those, and I was hoping to reach maybe level 4, level 5. I was like, that would be sick if I could get up there. I didn't know what to expect, but I just remember all of a sudden I just get like smacked. I remember I'm just sitting on the couch and I'm like, holy fucking shit. I feel like really light but really heavy at the same time. I'm just sitting there like almost like I'm floating but sinking into the couch at the same time. I'm just a fucking mess at this point. And when I do DXM or Delsym or whatever you want to call it, like if I like barely like like push up off the ground or something or just do a small jump or something, I feel like I'm gonna fly through the roof. Like I feel like I'm genuinely going to fly through the fucking roof on this shit. And I'm like, oh my god, like, and I'm getting like a little bit of tracers, nothing crazy, like Delsum, there can be very it has its own type of visuals. It's nothing like acid or shrooms or anything. It doesn't make like patterns and fucking like shit wave around and stuff. It's almost like because Delsum's a dissociative and not a psychedelic, but it's almost like it messes with your depth, like your depth perception and your it messes. It has its own type of like visual disturbances. And oh, I need another sip of water here. My mouth a little dry today. I don't know what's going on here. But it's got its own visual disturbances, and so I just remember I don't have a whole lot of memory from this story, but I'm just telling you guys what I do remember because this was a crazy high, and I just remember being so fucked up, and like I just had like I'm literally this fucked up on Delsum, and I have the bright idea. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go try to play some basketball by myself. So I remember my yard. It has like pretty much 3 acres. It's like 2.96 or something like that. But I've got 3 acres, right? And my basketball goal's at the whole other end of the yard where we have this little shed and it's got a bunch of concrete over there. So I already put my basketball goal. So I go get my basketball and I go outside and I'm trying to dribble this basketball. Like I'm trying to dribble it between my legs and it's just barely working. Like I'm just like stumbling. Like I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm just saying random shit that comes to mind. I'm on planet fucking Jupiter. Okay, I'm fucking zooted. I'm out of here. Right, out of this fucking world. So I finally get to the basketball goal after probably falling a couple times. I really don't remember. I probably did fall a few times, but I get to this basketball goal and I'm like wobbling and I'm like shooting this basketball, but like every time I shoot the ball, like it seems like the ball just teleports back into my hands. Like I don't like literally during the high experience, I don't recall running to get the ball back or the ball bouncing back to me. I just remember, I remember shooting it. Like I remember it leaving my hands. Like I, from my knowledge, that's what I remember. And I just remember I would shoot it, and then like I would just look back down, and the ball would be in my hands. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? And I shoot it again, and the same thing just kept happening. And like I didn't find it I wasn't freaking out over it. I just found it kind of cool, kind of fascinating. I was like, huh, this is really weird, and it just kept happening. So I was like, well, my attention span's had enough of this. I'm gonna go back in the crib. So I go back in the crib, and I remember I'm just so out of it. I try to play the game, and I'm playing so badly. Like I don't even know if I even like literally played. Like I just remember like loading into like Fortnite matches and stuff, and I couldn't even fucking like move my mouse damn near. I was just sluggish, just completely out of it, just a complete fucking mess, just a fucked up, intoxicated damn mess. And I was like, well, so I checked my parents' location somehow. I don't know how I had the brain power to do this. And they're still up wherever it was. It was like an hour or so away from home. So I still realized I had some time to kill. And Delsym or DXM, it's not a short-lived high. This shit will last for fucking 18 plus hours. Like I'm gonna tell this story at some point in the future. But I'll give you all a little sneak peek preview. I had it was my first time doing Delsym, and I had a friend that felt it for over 3 days. So like it's it's not something to really be played with. You can really it is a long-term lasting substance. The effects can last for a really long time. We'll drop that story at some point. Let me know down in the comments if y'all want to see that one. That one is a fucking banger of a story. But anyways, so I don't really remember what I did at this point. I just kind of was just running around. Like I don't know what I was doing at this point. I was so fucked up. It's kind of hard to remember all that, especially on DXM. I think I went on my porch actually. I think I went on my porch and played a little bit of Xbox and tried to play some skate, and I just fucked that up too. So I said fuck this, and I went inside. I do remember after this part though, because this playing skate was like a couple hours later, and I said fuck this. Checked my parents' location. I realized they were on the way home. They weren't too close yet, but they were on the way home. So I was like fuck this. I went inside, I got in my bed, and I passed the fuck out, y'all. I mean, I passed the fuck out. I was knocked out cold till the next day. Keep in mind, it was like, I don't know, 3, 4-ish p.m. at this point, and I fucking knocked out till like 10 or 11 a.m. the next day. Like, this shit will make you sleep for a long fucking time. And I remember I woke up and my parents were like, geez, you must have been tired, you slept all day, all night, woke up. I mean, I don't even know if they knew I woke up or not. I was like, yeah, I don't know, I just was tired. I just told them I wasn't feeling that good, and I just kind of stayed in bed all day and all night. Told them my stomach was messing with me, and, that was that. They never caught me. I don't know what I did with the bottles. I probably just threw the empty bottle somewhere in my room. At one point I used to have like so many empty bottles of them things in my room, just like in drawers or hidden in my closet or something. But yeah, that about wraps up for that story. It was just one crazy fucking. Excuse me. Ooh, I don't know why my mouth is so dry today. Like I don't know what's going on. My throat's dry. My mouth is dry. I'm taking a sip of water here. Oh yeah, yep, that hit the spot. But this was just one hell of a day, man. I just got so fucking intoxicated. Didn't even know what to do with myself. It was just a fuck situation. But hey, man, if y'all enjoyed that video, please smash a like and a sub. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all's favorite part of the story was throughout this video. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a good day. I love y'all. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all.